my question to you is, looking forwards, what are you seeing as the opportunity in e-commerce and some of the trends that people can jump onto?
Right now, if you look at the e-commerce penetration in South Africa, it's at 35%, and it is going to get to 70% in the next 3 to 4 years. So this is the right time for any business to be there and get started.
Ride the wave, I think I'm hearing.
Yeah, ride the wave. Get in now.
Hello, everybody. This show has been created to inspire you to take action,
celebrating and reframing what success looks like,
to be the best version of ourselves that we can be.
And we have incredible speakers for you tonight.
Welcome to the Future Females Show. I'm Susanna Kennedy, and this is my fabulous co-host, Lauren Dallas.
Hello everyone, and welcome. If this is your first time tuning in, the Future Female Show is all about celebrating successful women, and reframing what success looks like by sharing authentic stories, but of course, actionable takeaways to help you guys in your business. So this interview is one we are very excited about. It is with Vaishnavi Soundarrajan. She is the Regional Marketing Manager for Zoho. So she looks after marketing for the Middle East and Africa. She's responsible for brand building, but also what I loved about, well, actually chatting with you earlier today was understanding your passion for culture development, people, and particularly women in leadership. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I know I haven't done you any justice, so I think to start with, just tell us a little bit about your journey to where you are now.
Okay, I'd have to go back to my childhood. I'm from a very small town in southern part of India. So I had a very traditional and conservative upbringing. And I am the first postgraduate in my family, female postgraduate. And I was the first woman to go and work. And I did a lot of firsts, basically. And though my parents were very supportive of it, sometimes they understood certain things, sometimes they didn't really understand it. But it was kind of a difficult journey. And right now, I'm 40 years old and I'm working for a tech company. It's been 8 years since I've started working with Zoho now. And I have personally, I have twins, a son and a daughter. They're about 12 years old now. And about the industry, you were talking about how tech is in India, right? So 6 years back I took a break. Okay, so 8 years back I took a break I took a break 12 years back for 6 years. And when I got back, I had to restart my career. So I think it's changed a lot from what it was earlier. And now things are much more it's improved and it's drastically changing, at least in the technology industry. To quote an example, so we recruited our Middle East and North Africa PR manager when she was pregnant. She was 6 months into her pregnancy. We recruited her, and then she went on a break for 4 months. And most of us in the team are women, so we were supporting her when she was on leave. And of course, there were men who were supporting her as well, so I should not discount that. And then when she came back, she recently joined, and we had one of our press conferences in Egypt, and she was there talking to the press, holding her child. So that's how far we have come. So it was a difficult journey for me, but I'm seeing that it's changing, and it's changing very rapidly in India, specifically in this industry.
I think it's so impressive. I mean, I was in India, 15 years ago, so it's a very long time ago. And to see where the culture was in India at that stage, to now having somebody like you on stage with us, celebrating a woman in this amazing position of power that is enabling other women to step into positions of power. I was speaking to one of your colleagues and employees, and she was saying that you always expect the best from them. It's like, don't give me just a mild solution, bring me great. don't bring me okay, bring me great. And you give them the opportunity to really step into their greatness. And I think that's really admirable and just so, so beautiful. How did you come to stepping into that greatness yourself? How did you come to that position?
Okay, so I was lucky enough to have a couple of good managers. So specifically, if I have to talk about one person, so he is a chief evangelist. His name is Raju Vegesna. I was working with him for 4 years. So he is that sort of a manager, and he'll be like, give you your space, he'll give you the opportunity, and he will let you make mistakes and learn from it. And it helped me grow. So I grew. The 4 years I was working with him, I grew faster than I've ever grown. So I wanted to do the same thing for the team. And because it's not for me, when I tell my team, why don't you just rework on certain things, I don't do it. I don't ask them to do it for me. I tell them it is for you. You got to do it for you. So that is basically...
I think it's such a lovely insight if you're a team leader, which most of the women who watch this show are entrepreneurs or women who are stepping into a role of becoming their own boss, their own CEO, of their business. And what a lovely opportunity to give your employees. Expect the best of them and let them come back with solutions. None of us know everything. We need an amazing team, and often the best solutions come from the most unlikely places, right?
That's true.
Yeah. And so something that struck me when we were speaking earlier was, we've touched on kind of the ecosystem in India emerging and starting to celebrate women more, which I think a lot of the women in this room can probably relate to as well. And also you stepping back into a male-dominated tech industry after having twins. Firstly, why e-commerce and why Zoho? And I think some people probably don't know exactly what it is Zoho offers. And then secondly, how did you overcome any self-limiting beliefs and just chart the path that you have?
Okay, answering the first question was why Zoho? Or stepping back. Okay. So I took this decision. It was a conscious decision that I took. I wanted to take a break, and I wanted to spend the first 5 years with my children. So I post-graduated. I was working for a few years and in a different industry, though my background is marketing. I was working in a finance industry doing sales and credit. And then when I got pregnant with twins, I decided, okay, I have to take a break, have to spend time with them because I wanted to be there for them and bring them up as good. It's my choice. People have different choices, so it was my choice. And then when I wanted to get back, I was looking to get back into marketing because I was doing a little bit of freelance content creation during my free time. And Zoho was the right choice because Zoho as a company is amazing. For employees. Okay. I mean, I have to say that because I could take my 3-year or 4-year-old, they were 5 by then, they were right out of the school, they'll come to the office and they'll come and spend time with me for a couple of hours. So that was possible with Zoho. That is personally for me. And again, I'm thankful for the opportunity. So I saw the opportunity and I took it. And though I had to start fresh because it was a long break and it was in a different industry, I'd say that I had caught up to the time frame that I've missed, the break time. And if I look back now, I'm really happy and proud of myself.
I think you should be. I love that. And I so love that you made that decision for yourself. I think so often women feel this pressure, to either be a mother or have a career, and they find it so hard to juggle those two. The fact that you could say, it's my choice, I want to be home with my kids for this period of time, and it's important to me. And look at where you are now. And I think that's so important because a lot of women think, oh no, if I take the time off, I'm going to be losing out. But I also know that you created something incredible for Zoho that they didn't have before because they were kind of carrying on, as I understand, by word of mouth until you created... Wowzers. I mean, I think that's like an announcement. Until you created their marketing department in the way that you have. And it's been revolutionary to the company.
If you have to understand about, you're talking about Zoho Commerce, right? Yes. First, you'll have to understand what Zoho is. So let me just, since most of you are not aware of Zoho, Zoho is a 26-year-old technology company, and we operate out of 150 countries. And we serve 80 million users worldwide, and we have around 12,000 employees, and like about 8,000 of them sit in the Chennai, India office that I work out of. It's a huge campus. And the thing is, we are completely bootstrapped, okay, and zero debt. And we recently hit 1 billion in revenue. $1 billion
That's
in
a
revenue.
hell yeah,
$1 billion in
guys.
dollars, guys. Dollar bills.
So in my almost 8 years journey with Zoho, I've realized that Zoho's ethos revolve around doing market study and building products that will help our customers serve their customers better, and also help them grow. So Zoho Commerce was also born out of the same ethos. So in 2017, when the e-commerce boom started, we set up a division to build this new amazing product with one goal of helping our customers have one complete e-commerce platform to run their complete business on it. And in 2019, when we launched the product, our customers were able to immediately get on it, and they were able to build websites, take in orders, manage inventory, payment, shipping, even market the product, all from a single place. That's it about it.
Amazing. So, Vaishnavi, something that I don't think I told you, and maybe some of you don't know, is that I actually have a failed e-commerce business. So 7-8 years ago, before Future Females, I had a company called Oh Boy. All my previous companies were nautical themed. I don't know what I was thinking. But it was called Oh Boy, and I sold printed swimwear online, and also those giant inflatables, the swans and the flamingos and the pizza slices was one of my favorites. And I built up this business. I invested a lot in stock. And ultimately, it just fell flat. I launched it in Australia. I tried to bring it into South Africa, and firstly, I lost love for the model because it was so challenging, and I think then my customers felt that. Secondly, Future Females, a lot of you probably know, we do have an e-commerce arm. We have a shop. We sell our own merchandise. And if I'm honest, which I always intend to be on the show, oh my gosh, it is hard. It is so hard. I think I should stick to education. But that's why I was so excited to have you on. My question to you is, looking forwards, what are you seeing as the opportunity in e-commerce and some of the trends that people can jump onto?
Right now, if you look at the e-commerce penetration in South Africa, it's at 35%, and it is going to get to 70% in the next 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
So this is the right time for any business to be there and get started.
Ride the wave, I think I'm hearing.
Yeah, ride the wave. Get in now.
And are you seeing, I guess you don't have to speak just about South Africa because we do have a global audience. What are you seeing as kind of the key trends in terms of e-commerce? What are the success factors for someone who is starting or growing now?
I would say can we have Ashish from our team, to respond to this question, because he is the data guy.
Okay.
And he'll be able to,
He's going to need to sit in your seat,
of course,
though,
no problem.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, no
As we
problem.
know, we can't move the seat.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Ashish, please come and welcome yourself to the stage. Okay.
Ashish, the data guy.
The trend guru, Ashish. Ashish, maybe just quickly introduce yourself, and then if you heard the question, what are the success factors for an e-commerce entrepreneur starting now?
Absolutely, thank you. I'm Ashish. I am based out of the Chennai office with Vaishnavi. What I do is I help the e-commerce team market globally. So to answer that question, from a trends perspective, as Vaishnavi was saying, we're looking at a doubling of the market here in South Africa, and the same trend is sort of accelerating worldwide. For example, in India itself, and don't forget that the markets are very different. India is a much poorer market compared to somewhere like this. And the e-commerce penetration sits at around 55% at this point. This number was close to 20% around 5 years ago. So this trend is catching on across the globe. So in terms of what we should be expecting when it comes to the growth, is that we want all entrepreneurs who are thinking about e-commerce and who are hoping to jump on the bandwagon to get there. We want them to stop procrastinating and actually start a business, right? And if you are successful, if you think your products make a difference to you, they're going to make a difference to the world. And the idea is that if you succeed, you've got a winner on your hands. But if you don't, you're already there, right? You don't have a business at this point, right? So when it comes to finishing off, answering your question, I would say that get out there, perhaps use Zoho Commerce if you're into it, but get out there and, start something, and we're there to support you. And perhaps from India, I'll be very happy to help everybody out.
Thank you, Ashish.
And you're a one-stop shop. I think that's the important thing, right, about the platform, is that everything that you would need to launch your business, you provide.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So with Zoho Commerce, you start with building your website right from scratch. It's a completely drag and drop platform. So you start with creating a website, launching it, taking it out in the world, and then from there, any incoming orders, all your shipping, all your payments is sort of managed from day one. Especially in this market, we have recently integrated with Yoko and Paygate. And we are bringing on the courier guy and pay fast as well. So tons of localization happening, and you're going to be able to ship integrated within the platform. So an order comes in, you say if you accept it, it's integrated into the courier system, and your customers can just log on to the same website and start tracking it right from day one. So yeah, the platform is completely ready for the market.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. It's definitely music to my ears.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ashish.
that is.
What I love,
Like all of those small businesses that we've been thinking about. This is a problem with you and me, though, Lauren, is that there's lots of small businesses that we've been thinking
Tomorrow
about.
we're starting
Tomorrow
6.
it's like what I would like to do is bring this back to a personal question. I love that you are, first of all, twins. I don't know, I've got like an affinity towards twins, but you're a mother of twins. You're this kick-ass businesswoman, and I am going to say a kick-ass businesswoman because you are a kick-ass businesswoman. You empower your team in such a beautiful way, but you also love animals. And I've been rescuing everything that is warm-blooded since I was born. And a little bird told me that you not only have 12 cats of your own and a dog, but you also run a rescue for the stray animals, that you make sure that they are spayed, that they are fed, and there's hundreds of them, and you know who they are, and you get other people, you recruit other people to come and help feed them and make sure that they're okay.
Yeah. So, yes, I do. So this is something that brings me a lot of joy. So we have about 18 to 19 stray dogs right inside around our apartment. So everyone has a name and everyone has been neutered, and they'll just come running every time I go, and people call me the cat lady, the dog lady, and they find any dog hurt or cat hurt, the first thing is, okay, fine, just go to her. It's like, where can you find a doctor? Okay, the doctor is there. It's similarly go. So that door number, that's where she is. You can go drop them off. But it's nice, and I'm also happy that my children are big into this. And in fact, my daughter does most of the rescues. She finds some puppies or some kittens, she'll just bring them home. She'll not even ask me. So, which is great.
So beautiful. Can we have a big hell yeah for that, lady?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it so much.
So Vaishnavi, we are unfortunately almost at time. So I just want to ask you, and again, we were speaking about this a little bit earlier, knowing that you've had this amazing career, and there are a lot of people tuned in online, but also in this audience who are maybe thinking of starting out or a few steps behind, what would you say has been your biggest learning or your biggest piece of advice?
For me is like playing to my strength, knowing what is my strength and what is my weakness, and playing to that has always helped me. And like Ashish was mentioning about procrastinating, right? So regardless of whatever you're doing, you could be a business person or somebody who's employed like me, not procrastinating and just getting started with. You just go start doing it, and if you fail, you come back and start again. Like, you don't have to wait for 100% to ship. Yeah. Just start doing it. That, and also always having a very long-term goal and playing the long-term game kind of helps you through that.
Can I just come back to the procrastination? Because we were speaking about this, and it's definitely something that I struggle with.
And everybody, Lauren.
And it plays out in different ways, because I'm always busy, but I might not be doing the important things. So how do you get past that?
No, I make myself get up and start doing it. I'm like, let me finish that first. It's always on my first thing to do on the to-do list, right? Like, the most difficult thing, just want to get it done. At least start it and start doing things that are easier and mixing it up. But end of the day, I don't like going back to bed without doing things, because I wake up like in a really bad mood if I wake up, if I don't finish something. So that's how it goes.
You eat the frog. Have you heard this expression?
No.
Eat the frog. It's like you do the hardest thing that needs to get done. Just do it. And then it's out the way and everything else feels easier, Yeah.
No, but I'm a short-term gratification kind
I
of
know, Lauren. I know. You get things done, which I
Yes.
really appreciate. So the last question of the evening, one of the things that we're really passionate about is that women don't celebrate themselves enough, and I really believe we need to celebrate ourselves, because if we don't celebrate ourselves, who's going to celebrate us? So what is the thing that you are most proud of?
That's a difficult question. I'll answer this in two different. So one is personally. I am very proud of my children, like how they've turned out to be, and I am so happy that I took the right decision personally to actually be there with them at the preliminary years, and I can see that. But I was lucky, and I was privileged enough to do that. Not everybody is, and it doesn't mean that everybody has to do that. That is not what I'm trying to say. I'm just being clear. It's what I wanted. I personally wanted that, and somehow I wanted that, and I did that. So when people tell me that my children are kind and nice, and there's always good things to say about them, I feel very proud. Like I'm a very proud mother. And professionally, like I said, I had a break. I started off, but I'm so happy that I've caught up to all the, the break that I had. And right now, I'm the most happiest I have ever been in my life. So, I'm proud of my journey so far.
Amazing.
It's such an amazing journey. And
Thank you.
It's really been such a privilege and honor to have you here on the show.
The pleasure is mine. I'm so glad that we did the event around this time so I could be here with you.
Yes. You're a great example to women around the world.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yay,
Thank you, Lauren.
To everybody watching at home and everyone live here in the studio audience, thank you for tuning in today. We are going to be back. I'm Susanna Kennedy. This is amazing Lauren Dallas, and we'll see you soon on the Future Female Show.
Thank you.
Bye.